But yeah, I like the idea that there's two separate stories. One where the British, French, and the Spanish have fought for the New World, and it looks like the British are winning, clearly. This looks pretty definitive to me. And then one where the Ottomans, Poland, and like Prussia and other like European powers have been fighting for Europe. France should be involved, but they're really not. Actually, holy shit! Holy fuck, France! Where did you come from all of a sudden? Holy fuck. We might be going to war with France instead of Poland, because I intend to take this territory regardless of who's controlling it. Hello and welcome back to Total War Empire. Last time we spent the time building up our forces and our infrastructure so that we could go to war with Poland and take all their territory, and during all of that France decided they were sick of our shit and just started taking it before we had a chance. So you know, that's great. They stopped basically at the border of a different person and have yet to push into Polish territory. I don't think they can at the moment. You know, this belongs to these guys, so they've probably got to move their troops all the way down back over towards Italy and then push in from there. But yeah, no, we're now in a race with France. So we've now got to move, man. And all our troops are in position and ready to go, so I think we're good to do it. Poland. Do they still have the Ottomans as allies? No. Great Britain. That explains why France is invading. That explains it. Britain's also my ally. This could go very badly. Okay, Britain didn't join my side, but they also didn't join their side. So you know what? That is fine by me. How are we still allies? Doesn't it cancel it if they don't come to your aid? I guess not. Huh. Oh, whatever. Take that city.
Makten och härligheten är med oss. Förbanden redo. Vi befäster belägringen. Era order. Förbered mannarna för strid. Målet är satt.
We might be able to bring these guys in to reinforce. Probably not this turn, though. Move in. Ah, they can reinforce from the capital.
Det är belägrade. Redo. Inväntar order. Befälhavare. Inväntar order. Mannar. Framåt. Order.
Oh man, these guys don't have any cannons. Oh yeah, they do. What am I just thinking? I saw the horses and was like, oh, no cannons. But they do. They have cannons. Did I just auto-resolve this? I'm thinking, yeah. They lost a lot of troops, though. Oh, yeah, I should probably fix this, too.
Redskap.
I should have also done a huge losses to the army in their capital. So, you know, now seems like a good time to try and take it. Oh, they are all armed citizenry. Yep, nope, that army was destroyed.
Härligheten är med oss.
There we go. Lightning War. See, this is what all the excess money was for. Now let's just make sure they're recuperating all their losses.
Ja, befälhavare. Något mer? Ja. Mannar, framåt. Era order.
And it kind of sucks to only be able to take 2 cities, but that's... Oh wait, no, we've got armies down here. That's right. Almost forgot about them.
Ja. Förbered mannarna för strid. Det är belägrade. Era order. Vidare order. Höghet. Invänta vidare order. Makten, härligheten är med oss. Era order. Befälhavare. Ja, befälhavare.
Yeah, I guess we can move along the roads. That makes sense to me.
Marsch. Ja. Allt mannar.
Pretty sure we'll get there at in the same amount of time either way.
Framåt. Det går inte, befälhavare.
This Polish fleet is gonna have to get weaker, right? Oh yeah, I should probably go down here because I'm pretty sure my fleet's probably down here. Yep. Okay. Ottomans, meh. Ottomans. The Ottomans have so much control down here. Spain. Oh, I guess it takes a turn for them to do that. Okay, let's see. Do we have any other armies that we can move in? Not really. I mean, unless we want to go to war with France. Which I really don't at the moment. Oh, I can move this army back far enough to get to this city. So we might be able to take it this turn.
Några fler order är belägrade. Era order. Jag har dem under belägring.
Nah, it's still saying it's way in their favor, so we're just gonna hold out. Here, let's see. We just took this, so let's check for... That's what I'm looking for. This boosts... Catholic. Yep, get rid of it. Let's see, does this have anything like that? Yep. Get rid of it. Down here. Already preparing that. Seminary, get rid of it. Poland isn't gonna survive for much longer. If I don't deal with them, France will. I think they're probably gonna reinforce these guys with this army here, which might not go very well. I feel like I probably forgot something there, but oh well. We took the capital, so that's good. That's a big blow. Even though it's not like it was their original capital or anything. Okay, this is where all the movement's gonna happen. No, or not. They didn't do much of anything. They declined to enter my war, so fuck them. Oh, hey. Is there anything else for them to research? Anything at all? I don't think so. Yep, nope, they should be good. Okay, burn it down.
Ska segra!
Oh, fucking hell, you cowards. If they take that city, I'm gonna be pissed. Fucking Denmark, you piece of shit. Nope, nobody likes the Danish. Fucking go away. If you don't like living under Swedish rule, then just go to Iceland. Nobody wants you here.
Marsch! Vidare order. Ers höghet. Det fångar dig. Det är belägrade. Befälhavare.
Man, does that ever succeed?
Vi befäster belägringen.
Holy fuck. Resistance to foreign occupation 29. Holy shit.
Framöver.
I guess that's what you should expect from the capital, though. Holy fuck.
Befälhavare. Vänster om. Marsch. Ja. Jag är redo för strid. Låt belägringen börja. Målet är
Wait,
satt under
what?
belägring. Befälhavare.
Where's this other army that's attacking, apparently?
Förbanden redo. Det fångar dig. Seger! Hurra! Förbered mannarna för strid.
Poland's in a bad spot, and they've got all these ships, which are probably taking up so much money. Burn it. Burn it. Church school. Oh, no, no, no. Church school. Not a regular school. I have no need for this. That's just gonna cause more unrest, which I don't need. You know what I do need? A church school. And why did this place have 2 things? A 3rd seminary, okay. 3 seminaries. Why do you need these? 4! 4 seminaries! Why? Why do you have so many? This is one of mine, right? Yeah. Church school. Honestly, these guys won't take too long to be under control.
Era order.
I didn't realize I had 2 armies here.
Inväntar order. Beredskap. Marsch! Redo. Befälhavare. Inväntar order. Inväntar
These guys can attack
order.
that city next turn. You guys already moved, right? I really wish I hadn't tried to attack them. Fucking, I hate the fucking, they just retreat so far away and then they can't move anymore. I hate that so much. If they're under the control of Iceland now, that's... Oh wait, I'm at war with Iceland anyway, so it doesn't matter. I've been at war with them the entire game. They didn't attack, huh? Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay.
Marsch! Marsch! Framöver! Befälhavare. Belägra dem. Befälhavare.
Yeah, no, you will not keep this city.
Ja, befälhavare. Seger!
Fucking pieces of shit, Danish.
Era order. Framåt! Marsch! Beredskap!
I'm already building a church school, right? Yep, okay. Build one of these. And then one of these. Or 2 of these. Build a church school. That is a church school, right? That they're building? Yeah, okay.
Ja, befälhavare. Belägra dem. Era order. Förbanden redo.
Okay, just figured I'd ask.
Belägrade.
Honestly, I'm just gonna hold out, because they're already at the point where they're gonna lose. I doubt they're gonna bring many troops over to reinforce.
Beredskap. Marsch!
And they really can't either.
Framåt!
At least not without getting into a fight with him. Which they might be able to do, I don't know. But they've basically lost all their their Northern Europe provinces already. Now it's just a game of, do I get the Northern Italy provinces before France does? Sure, why not? More money per turn sounds good, and I doubt you're a threat. Oh, they actually attacked? What? Oh, motherfuckers. I don't understand how it says this is so far in their favor. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll fight it. Waiting on the loading screen. Waiting on the loading. Oh, okay. Okay, so the question is, yep, we do have our defenses. Oh crap, we've got grenades in front of us now. Damn. Okay. Then the base of the army will be 4 strong. Okay. Sure, that's fine. Okay, let's put some of them over there. Let's put them in a group. Put some of them over here. Put them in a group. And you two will be in reserves behind the main forces. Here, you guys go behind the, well, mounds to defend yourselves. You guys group up into a diamond. Okay. Interesting. And it doesn't seem to have less range either. Oh yeah, that seems like it's effective. Very effective. Let's put these guys in a group. 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 Okay. Yeah, we filled in the gaps with cavalry defenses. I like it. That works very well. Why are we not getting any of our reinforcements? That's interesting. Oh yeah, I love that shrapnel. Yeah, they're within range of the canister shots now. Yeah, I think we need to move our guys so we can start dealing with those cannons. Because that shrapnel is not going to be good for us. Toggle light infantry behavior. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, and fire at them because they're in huge groups. They're already getting within canister shot range, so get ready to shred them. Question, do these things hurt my cavalry if they move out that way? Because logically it shouldn't have the same effect since it's pointing the opposite direction. Of course they went over the mound anyway, so it doesn't matter. start aiming at the guys off in the distance. Charge! Can you hit them at all? Winning decisively, huh? I like the sound of that. Oh, my reinforcements are finally here. Here they come. That took forever. That explains why it was so far against me. Go ahead and fire on the fleeing units. Over the thing. Holy shit, what was with the explosions? Charge up to assist. Here, why don't you guys come around? Please shoot. Shit. I always forget that they don't fire up and over. you know, like you would think a cannon would fire because the ball shoots up and then it constantly has drop. But no, they shoot straight forward. How have we not won yet? You know, I'm not just gonna let them get away with attacking us. Okay, finish them off. Since they only have the one unit. Could you hit him? Okay, now finish them off. Oh, I could speed this up too. So wait, hold on, no, those guys are gone. Okay. So yeah, go for them. Can you get all the way out there? Probably not, but I want you to try anyway. Can you not attack them when they're still partially in here? We could at least reduce their numbers. Decisive victory. I still don't understand why it had it so far in their favor. I mean, I guess they were being pretty stupid, but still. Well, now that city will fall very easily. And then we can reinforce the units that are taking this one. Okay, cool. Whatever. Where? What did they raid? The church school? The bastards! Makes sense, but fuck them anyway.
Vi befäster belägringen. Makten och härligheten är belägringen är skingrad.
I'm surprised this is the city that attacked, and not, you know, this one.
Höghet. Det är fångade. Beredskap. Jag är redo för strid. Målet är satt under belägring. Befälhavare. Befälhavare. Belägra dem. Segern och härligheten är med oss. Belägring är rytten. Redo? Inväntar order?
Okay, here we go. This conquest is going extremely well. I mean, obviously, with all the forces we have, I heavily doubt Poland could ever possibly afford to actually defend themselves.
Beredskap.
France, maybe. But we're not at war with France, and I don't intend to go to war with France. I like how the Netherlands has re-shown up. I'm pretty sure they disappeared at some point, but they're back. And better than ever, probably. Austrian rebels, huh? How about you go fuck yourselves?
Hurra! Hurra! Marsch! Beredskap. Invänta vidare order.
Fucking rebel douches. I mean, I guess I should expect rebels over in the area with a negative 27 happiness. Didn't see that one. Holy crap, this territory is big. Or long. I mean, I guess it makes sense, it's Austria. Austria's long, but still. Weird. Destroy the university. Improve this. Seriously, we're just being like the worst possible leaders. Destroy the places of learning and worship of any other gods and build up our own. We're being the worst kind of rulers. Destroy the previous culture, replace it with our own. But that's kind of what this game, you know, encourages based on how things work. You know, this town's plenty happy. I can build that. And that, I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay.
Med er tillåtelse. Jag kan ej gå längre.
Oh, oops, I meant to click on this city. Yeah, no, they don't need the missionary. They're fine on their own. Okay, let's see. Anything else to do? We could move west, but I don't know if I can take my troops out yet. Nope. One more turn, I should be good to do it, I think. Okay. I think I'm good to end my turn.
Något med fler order?
Man, the only actual defeat I've suffered in this war was at the hands of the Denmarkian rebels. The Danish rebels. Why did I say Denmarkian? Where the hell is that? Oh. Fucking dicks.
Vänster om! Marsch! Befälhavare,
Okay, start moving south.
framåt, marsch! Slå läger! Order, marsch! Befälhavare, halt mannar!
Move south and we'll take northern Italy. This armory is already waiting and ready to go. Would he be able to take this city? It doesn't look like they're within range for them to reinforce them, but I'm not going to take the chance. It's also their new capital, so that's probably where they're moving troops. See any other church schools I can upgrade? Does this region already have one? I don't think this region has a church school yet. Yeah, no, it doesn't, so we should build one. Here, you guys should probably start moving south as well,
Framöver,
since you are excess armies.
halt mannar! Mannar, framåt! Halt!
And we got so much fucking money now.
På vad sätt kan jag stå till tjänst framledes?
I think we could just buy so many provinces. We could probably just buy Spanish North Africa if we wanted to. Maybe buy Spanish Italy. Fucking douches. Oh shit, I saw another rebellion. Fuck, where is it?
Nej, fanan!
Why is it lagging like no? This what the fuck?
Framöver,
Why is it just lagged to a stop, to a standstill all of a sudden? Is it crashing? Is that what's happening?
banden redo! Bered mannarna för strid!
Hold on. Before it crashes. Are you fucking kidding me? We don't get to take this now because it fucking lagged to hell and he stopped there randomly? Fuck off! Fuck right the hell off! Oh, Denmark's fucking rebelling again. Fucking Danish pricks. Just fucking lie down and die already!
Slakta dem!
Let's give them more units. They're defending the mainland after all. Oh my god, why is it lagging like fucking crazy? Hold on, task manager. What's taking up so much fucking thing? OBS and fucking... Okay. Nope, Empire just suddenly started taking up crazy fucking usage for some reason. Why? Why is it going crazy? What's changed within the last minute that went from it running just fine to it lagging to an unimaginable degree? What has changed? Here, let's load that save I just made and see if that fixes it. Because I can't play it like this. How great if my headphones are dying, because that's what I need.
Befälhavare. Era order.
It seems to have fixed it.
Redskap.
I might need to restart the game. I don't know, because it's still lagging. Why? Why?
Framåt. Marsch.
This is pissing me off. This is pissing me off so fucking much.
Är redo för strid. Allt mannar. De är belägrade. Befälhavare. De är fångade. Beredskap. Förbered mannarna för strid. Redo. Inväntar order. Förbanden redo. Befälhavare. Låt belägringen börja.
Here, it's like 80% in our favor, so this should work. Yep, okay.
Ja, befälhavare. Redo. Inväntar order.
Here, it's not lagging anymore, so that's good. Oh, nope, never mind. There it is. Don't know where the fuck that keeps coming from. Oh, we didn't do this.
Gör dem!
Can the gentlemen do anything to an army? No. Okay.
Utan dröjsmål. Ah, en lärdomens och kulturens högborg.
Why'd you stop researching? Was this not the town that was doing it? I don't know. Prepare the church school. Anything else that's broken because the workers are douches? Seriously, why are the Danish such assholes? Like, your country was conquered fair and square. Get over it. Let's see. Build that up. Build that up. Try to get the people under control. Build that up. The people will fall in line in the name of Jesus Christ. Because, you know, you always want to claim that Jesus is on your side. I would love it if they just kept all of those ships active. The United Provinces declared war on me. Just, what?
Framöver.
Really? Really, you think that's the best decision, huh? You think that's a good idea? Huh?
Ja.
You could have at least waited until my troops were down in northern Italy. Then I at the very least would have had a hard time reinforcing. Are you fucking kidding me with this ridiculous lag? Why? This game just runs worse and worse and worse as time goes on.
Mannar framåt. Vi ska segra. Makten och härligheten är med oss. Inväntar order. Marsch!
This game is so ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous as how this shit's going on. Nope. Great, another one of these where you have to move through the city and the units are incapable of doing that themselves. Because that's so great. That's not annoying at all.
Era order. Mannar framåt. Redo. Inväntar order. Jakta dem!
I think my units will reinforce that, right? No. That sucks.
Vi kan inte
Should still win.
Ja. Framöver. Några fler order. Framåt. Till tjänst. Inväntar order. Befälhavare.
See church schools. Boom. That is 0, that's fine. Denmark's the problem child. I'm just gonna keep rebelling until I get them into the positives.
Ja, befälhavare.
Oh hey, I didn't notice these guys could even closer.
Marsch.
3 armies, 3 cities. Sounds like a good amount of troops to go and take over the rest of this shit. I don't understand why France hasn't taken the rest of it. Are they at peace now? Or are they focused on the UK? That might be it. They're defending against an invasion, probably. Are you guys even gonna attack? You declared a stupid war. You may as well try to take something before you get crushed. Who wants a military alliance? France? And they'll pay me? Sure. And my headphones died. Great. Piece of crap headphones. Okay, but now I have an alliance with France, which is great. So now, I have an alliance with them, but they're still hostile towards me. Trade agreement? Is it not doing anything? It was doing anything. It was doing something a second ago. It's doing something. Okay. Let's at least make it so that they're not hostile towards us. And it hopefully not unfriendly either. Good. Okay. If we keep doing it, it's gonna do something. Just make them love us, and then hopefully they'll accept the trade agreement. I'm wasting so much money just to make a bit more money each turn, but, you know, whatever. I've got so much of it, I may as well throw it around to make some allies. Let's see, military access. We'll offer access for 10 turns for that trade agreement. It's a lot of money. Sure, why not? I've got enough that I can throw it around. Why not?
Ja, befälhavare. Förbanden redo.
Can this army reinforce?
Är redo för strid.
Yes.
Jag har dem under belägring. Era order. De är fångade. Beredskap.
Where are you
Det är
going?
inte
No.
möjligt, befälhavare.
This way, you stupid fucker.
Några fler order. Förbanden redo. Belägra dem.
Why?
Befäster belägring. De är belägrade. Seger! Bryter belägringen! Till er tjänst. Seger! Deras belägring är bruten.
I don't know what they're saying. I think he said something about Britain. Okay, now they've got one city left. Ah, how the mighty have fallen, eh, Poland? You once controlled basically all of mainland Europe, and now you're just this. How's it feel? How's it feel, eh, little guy? You feeling good? You look like you're feeling good. Okay, Let's see. Nope, they don't have anything problematic here. So I should be good to just end my turn. Or nope, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have to get revenge on stupid fuckers.
Ja. Framöver. Redo. Inväntar order. Era order. Marsch! Redo. Inväntar order. Inväntar order. Framöver. Beredskap. Vänster om. Halt! Vidare order. Marsch! Inväntar order. Ers höghet.
Are they sending an army up to try and invade? No, they just took the port. Okay, I don't care. I'm still making money, so I really don't give a shit. It says workers on strike. What did they break? Because the workers always break something. Because they're dicks. Don't get their way, they gotta break everybody else's stuff. Well, fuck you too, workers.
Befälhavare. Ers höghet. Befälhavare. Framåt. Marsch. De är fångade. Ers höghet. Låt belägringen börja. Vi befäster belägringen.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna continue the siege.
Befälhavare.
I'm gonna give my units a second to heal up. These guys are good to move.
Marsch! Något mer? Framöver? Halt mannar!
See, where's the nearest rake? Aren't there some rakes that spawn over in this area? I don't know. Why are there so many of these Catholic fuckers up here? Oh great, they're converting this area. Let's see, there's a rake in Moscow. There's two of them. I've got the money to go on a Catholic killing spree. So let's do it.
Beredskap!
One more turn until that's done, then I can destroy that university, and hopefully Denmark will shut the fuck up! Nobody gives a shit about your problems, Denmark! Oh, hey, they actually attacked us. It's super in our favor, and I really don't want to fight this.
Kan inte besegras.
Oh, hey, France was on our side, too.
Vägen är bruten.
Oh, no, France
Inväntar order.
attacked! Oh! If I'd have known that, I would have just refused to fight. Hold on, any other texts? I don't think so. Stop it. Destroy that. The era of educated Swedish people has come to an end. From this day forward, all scholars will be converted into mercenaries and military men. Oh, damn it. Man, if I'd have known that was a French attack, I would have just, you know, not joined in.
Beredskap.
And just let them throw their units in to die. But, oh well. Whatever.
Slå läger. Redo. Inväntar order.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. It's not like we really cared that much about
Redo. Inväntar
the Netherlands, or Holland. Oh hey, the French also took that city. Okay, I guess that means that that war is over. That ended kind of anticlimactically. It's like we're ready for 2 sieges on 2 fronts, and then suddenly, oh, the French have shown up and they've taken it. Alright. But I'm pretty sure that just wraps up all our loose ends. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else to do, really. Here. Yeah, no, we're not at war with anyone. We're not even at war with Iceland? Wait, what? So their own people rebelled against them even though it was their own city? Really? Or did someone conquer it and then they rebelled? I don't know. But there's apparently chaos up here. All of our enemies have either been crushed under our weight or just faded away into the wind. Poland's gone. Russia's been gone for a while. Denmark's been gone for a while. They were surviving as Iceland, but they're not anymore. Austria died. The Ottomans have been crushed. Do the Ottomans even still exist? Nope, the Ottomans do not exist anymore. All of our enemies have been crushed, and we have come out victorious in the stage of Europe. We're sort of like a different form of the Russian Empire. Like, Russia's like starts here, goes all the way out to Asia. Instead, this is just an all-European Russian Empire. Like, just the Western Russian Empire and basically all of Eastern Europe. Like a supercharged Soviet Union. The Iron Curtain, the Swedish Iron Curtain is standing strong. But that should do it for Total War Empire. Played through this entire thing. Is try to do a review for this, but like normally a single playthrough of a game is enough to really just understand the game pretty well. Like you play through Resident Evil and like you get the you probably experienced enough of it that you can accurately like talk about the game in depth. But then when it comes to a game like Total War, it's a really big game with a lot of stuff in it and a lot of things that can happen. So even after a full playthrough, it may not be a completely in-depth understanding of the game. So you might be able to say these are like early thoughts or first impressions rather than a full review, though I think it's more than first impressions. And of all the Total War games I've played, I think this is my least favorite. It's like all of... Let's see, the Total War games I've played before this were... I played Shogun 2 was my very first one, and it's still my favorite. I played Rome 2, which I liked. because I played it like a year or two after it had originally come out, so they dealt with most of the bugs and stuff that it had at launch. I don't know how bad it was at launch. I don't know if it was over exaggerated or if that was a real shit show. It seemed like it was a shit show from what I could tell. Though people do have a tendency to exaggerate bugs and stuff. Because, like, people talk about super buggy games, but then I play it and it's just like, I don't see any bugs here. Of course, that could just be me not being overly... What's the word? I don't know, like, I don't prod the corners and just walls and stuff along the maps of games and stuff. Like, Skyrim is one of the games I've played the most of, and I have yet to find like a game-breaking bug or just like anything like super serious. Like, the most I've seen is a person swimming on land for like a few seconds and then they stopped. It's like, that's the most I've seen, so... But, oh yeah, I got way off track. The games I played: Shogun 2, Rome 2. I played Three Kingdoms. I was playing Troy as the second video on this, or the second series that I'm doing for Total War right now. Let's see, other ones. I bought the original Rome and Medieval 2, and I tried to play those. I really couldn't because of the camera controls. I couldn't stand them. So I don't know, maybe you could say those two are kind of my least favorites because of the camera controls, but that's also kind of unfair because they came out before they'd even come up with the new camera controls that they had in Shogun 2. Let's see, other ones I've played. Warhammer and Warhammer 2, I played both of those. Let's see, I've bought Attila, but I haven't played it yet. I bought it in like a sale, but I haven't had a chance to really go in depth on it. But of all the ones I've played, this one is my least favorite. Of all the ones I've played, it's the most buggy. It has some of the worst designed, just gameplay mechanics, I guess. Game mechanics. Like the walls on cities. Like, was this the first game that had actual city walls you could station your troops on? Because I fucking hated the way it worked. It was so stupid. Fighting with the AI to get it to do what you want was ridiculous. And then just unit AI in general was lousy beyond belief. It was so bad. It's the worst I have seen. Like I said before, like, I've heard so many things about a lot of the newer Total Wars having issues with AI. Like, not your unit's AIs, but the enemy's AI, but I haven't really seen it. Like, I've seen videos online of people watching the enemy as they're just going in circles on the other side of the map. I haven't run into that. I'm not going to claim that it isn't a problem that could happen, because I'm sure it probably is. Like, the worst problem I've had with AI was, sometimes the like, there was one time in Rome 2, the AI got into a loop when I was trying to do a siege battle. I was defending, and like, I was rushing my units out to stop their ladders, because I usually, whenever I'm doing a siege battle, I leave my ranged units on the walls, but I rush my melee units out to stop them from getting their siege units up, so that they can't storm the walls easily. And it kept crashing every single time because the AI was caught in a loop where it couldn't figure out how it should approach the battle, and so it just continuously keeps circling around its logic over and over and over and over and over again, and just floods the game with information and crashes it. I found that was only once, though. One time that happened. It happened a couple times before I had to change up my strategy, but I never had that issue again. And on the same length, I'm pretty sure that's an issue that can happen with every Total War game, because I also had the same thing happen in Three Kingdoms. And Three Kingdoms is one of the best Total War games. I'd say it's the second best behind Shogun 2. But that's debatable, because Three Kingdoms has the best, like, diplomacy system, and I love the diplomacy in that game. Let's see, other things about this. I feel like the units are, like, the absolute most generic they've ever been. Like, I think, like, it seemed like some countries had, like, different, like, special units. Like, some had lined infantry, some had, like, some special elite frontline infantry. I don't know. I know that certain people had different things, and there was the whole, like, colonial units, I think is what they were, or I forgot what they were called, but, like, I remember I was able to recruit them from somewhere. I don't remember where. Was it over here? No. Here? Yeah, Colonial Light Infantry. I don't know if that's different in any way or not. But honestly, it all seems like it's the same for everyone, basically. I mean, the Ottomans at the very least had like a different skin, so it seems like it's like the Protestants have like certain skins, the Catholics have certain skins, the Muslims have certain skins, but they seem to work mostly the same way. I think there was some diversity from the Ottomans because I think they had like archer units or something, like horse cavalry archers or something. That's definitely not something I had. But I don't know, just from what I've seen throughout this, it seemed like most of the units were kind of identical, at least in the way they act and work. I mean, most Total War games, there's not that much diversity. Like, at least they try, like in Rome, there's a pretty good diversity, like, between, like, the spear, like, pike units you can get, that I used as Egypt. You've got your archer units, your, like, slinger units. I think there were slingers in that. I could be wrong. You had tons of, like, I don't know if siege is the correct word, like, artillery type units, like, ballistas and stuff, even though I don't think that's accurate at all to the Roman time period, but, you know, whatever. It's cool, so add it in. Why not? It's a game. It's like, none of this is going to be historically accurate, so I don't really care that much. Then there's tons of different cavalry units, from cavalry, like, archers, to northernmost spear units, you know, shock and melee cavalry. You've got the different types of, like, frontline units, like, you've got the hoplite units for the Spartans and stuff, and then you've got the Romans with their, I don't remember what they were called, just their legionnaire type units. It's like there was some diversity in like how the units worked and like operated with each other, but in this, I feel like limiting it to mostly basically just ranged units makes everything seem so much more similar. It's like, these guys are gun units, these guys are gun units, these guys are gun units. It's like, you've got the you've got the infantry gun units who maybe have different stats, but they basically act the same with maybe a different ability here or there. But from what I could tell, a lot of the abilities seem to work counterintuitively to what I wanted. Like the, what was it? Fire in advance. Just kind of wound up putting the units in, poor situations if I wasn't paying close enough attention, which is something I tend to not do. Let's see, and then you've got the artillery, which is your cannons and stuff, and they're basically all the same. It seems like there's some difference in the mortars and the rockets. I was just starting to get into mortars, so I don't really know too much about the difference there. It does seem like there is some, though. Like, I saw other enemy units, like, raining down, like, some almost like napalm type stuff, like burning stuff down on my units, so that's kind of cool. And then the rockets, which I didn't get to because they had so little accuracy, I definitely didn't want to deal with them. Then you've got your cavalry, which are either your melee cavalry, you know, you charge in, or the range cavalry as the dragoons. And like, there wasn't even really any difference between them. As like, you had the dragoons, and then you had the light dragoons, and that's it. And then you had your cavalry, and your heavy cavalry, and your light cavalry, and that's it. There's usually a bit more, like, diversity. Like, there's 3 levels of light cavalry, 3 levels of, or not light cavalry, like, there's 3 levels of shock cavalry, 3 levels of melee cavalry, like 3 levels of a certain type of archer, you know. And it's like, none of the Total War games are ever going to be able to compare to Warhammer as far as unit diversity goes, because when you're working with a fantasy setting, it gives you just so much more room to work with, so it makes a lot of sense. And you know, they said that that's going to be a trilogy. Once they're done with that, I hope they look for a different property to work with, like Dungeons and Dragons or something. I think that'd be cool, you know, change it up a bit, but still could try and aim for that diversity. And they sort of tried to do that with Troy. They've got the mythical units, which is like, they're based on mythological creatures, but they all seem to be human units, which is weird. like they said that they weren't going to have the mythical units beforehand, but I think they like changed their mind when they saw people were disappointed about that. So they started adding them in, but they didn't have like models or anything. So it just seems like they're like certain tribes or something that are like imitating them. But at least they have some of that diversity, which isn't really a thing here. Then you've got the broken mechanics I was talking about earlier. Just the gameplay in general in this is the least interesting. Just like, I feel like the lines and shooting from a distance, every single unit being a ranged unit, just makes everything less interesting. Like, I'm the type of person who always focuses on range. Like, I'm always put way more into, like, my archers and my artillery, and just have, like, cheap but usable, like, front forces for other games. So if anyone's gonna appreciate the range combat, it's me, but it's all the same. It's always the same. It's like, if you're focused on range, at the very least, you would still have those cheap, like, frontline units that you would be using to, like, stop the enemy from getting to you, and you'd still be having this flanking that's happening. It's just that that's not going to be as important as it would be if that was your main focus. But with this, it's kind of everything's the same all across the battlefield. It's just less interesting. It's like, you're just lining up your troops to fire on the enemy, or you're rushing in with cavalry, and that's about all you're doing. And maybe you're trying to switch ammo on your cannons to shoot. I don't know, maybe I'm just not that getting too in-depth with the combat, but I didn't really feel too interested in it. Didn't see a reason to try and get in-depth with it. And like the ship combat, I didn't have that much experience with it. Like, it seems okay. Like, it seems kind of like a less intuitive version of like a Sid Meier's Pirates type of thing. Like, you pilot your ship and you fire the cannons off to one side. You have different types of ammo. So that's kind of cool. But I wasn't good at it, so I didn't put too much effort into it. Like, part of my problem is that I kept recruiting the weakest units because I didn't move my ships over to a port that could recruit stronger ones. So maybe that would have gone better for me. It seems like the ship AI isn't the best either, just like the ground AI. Like, I remember I would send my ships after the enemy, and that would just kind of get them killed if I wasn't like, it seems like you'd have to constantly be switching, like, between ship to ship to ship, constantly giving them new orders if you wanted them to succeed. And, like, I don't like that level of, like, just micromanaging. Like, I've never been a big RTS guy. Like, I usually like Total Wars for it. I think it's, you know, it's in-depth enough that it's interesting, but it's not too overwhelming. It's not like a StarCraft that, like, I mean, I don't know if StarCraft's really that overwhelming if you're not, like, playing it with other people. I remember when I was a kid and I played it, I got overwhelmed, but I don't think I'd have as big an issue now. But I've always just, like, I'm kind of struggling in a lot of RTSs because I don't pay that much attention. Like, if I'm playing, like, an Age of Empires, like, I'll have a bunch of units that get lost because I wasn't paying attention until I started getting, like, notifications that we're in a fight or something. And, like, it takes me way longer than it should to actually win a game against the AI. Also, partially because I'm not actually focused as far as what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to build up a bunch of, like, units and rush them at my current tech level. I'm also trying to increase the tech level. I'm building, like wonders and stuff. It's like, I can't decide on just one thing I'm gonna do. It's like, just kind of all around. It probably comes from the way I've always played Civilization. Like, I've always been like my only main focus in the game is just building up my gold reserves, and everything else should fall in line afterwards type of player in Civilization. It's like, if I have enough money, I can buy everything else I need. And honestly, that kind of shows here. Looking at that gold. Let's see. I completely forgot about the time limit in this game, like, entirely. And, like, I feel like I still don't understand what the, here, where is it? I still don't understand what prestige is for. Because, like, you've got this here, I don't know what the point of, like, enlightenment... What is the point of prestige? Does this determine placement or what? I don't even know. I feel like the time limit's really short. Like, I've never actually run past the time limit on a Total War game before without winning. Like, I don't like time limits in games like these. Like, I would rather they just, like, design the game in a way that things are going to continuously spiral towards just a few really powerful people going to war with each other. I think they did a really good job of that in Shogun 2 and Three Kingdoms, which is probably why those two are my favorites. Because, you know, you're constantly growing your power, but so is everyone else around you, because everyone's constantly at war. So by the end of it, not only are you super powerful, but there's several other super powerful clans that are all clashing against each other. The only thing I don't like in Shogun 2 is that everyone declares war on you in the end. I've never liked that. That's just like a different kind of time limit. It's just like, once you get to this point, you have to be strong enough to fight everyone, or you're just gonna lose. I like Three Kingdoms the best in that aspect, is how the actual, like, progression of the gameplay is designed. It's just like the constant, like, building of alliances and stuff, and building up your territory, and the whole progression of your rank from, like, I forgot the ranks other than, like, king and stuff. But up until the point where 3 of the most powerful people on the map are the Three Kingdoms. Like, I love that progression system so much in that game. And I feel like that's disappointingly left out of Troy. But I haven't had that much experience with it yet, so I can't really comment on that one too much. But this definitely doesn't have that type of thing. Like, I feel like I wasn't even really that encouraged to fight other people. Like, at the beginning, like, I had the whole Great Northern War start on me with Russia, Denmark, and Poland didn't have a chance to join in, but they probably would have. They all declared war. They declared war on me. So that was my, like, push to go and fight Denmark and Russia. And then after that, I was just kind of going out of my way to do things. Like, I had to make plans, conquer Poland and stuff. I was like, they all just pick on the smallest neighbors and stuff. I don't know, I didn't feel that... What's the word? Enthused to go to war with other people, really? Like, I spent so much time just building up my infrastructure and stuff, and building up my, like, gold reserves so that I could hire more armies. It's like, I don't know. Like, there was sort of like an issue of Poland was growing bigger and bigger and bigger, but there's also a bunch of revolts and stuff happening across the map. So, like, the bigger guys. And then there were also, like, other groups were growing bigger, like, Prussia grew really big for a while, Poland was growing bigger, Austria was growing bigger, the Ottomans were growing bigger. And then Poland kind of started spiraling at the end, which sort of influenced me to want to go to war with them more. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of progression in this game from what I could tell. Maybe if you're playing, like, the colonial powers, maybe it would have been a bit different. Like, maybe I should have gone with Great Britain. Maybe that would have had an interesting game. Like, you'd have had both the New World and the Old World that would be influencing you to do other things. I don't know. I really just stayed in Europe. I feel like that was better, though, because I feel like I would have just lost my mind if I had to constantly switch back and forth between the New World and Old World, constantly having to pay attention to 2 different major maps. Like, I like that they tried to make a bigger game. It's just, you know, if you're gonna try and make a bigger game, I'd just rather have all of it. Like, I feel like, I know that's a lot to ask from a game with, like, Total War. It's like, you see that in, like, a Paradox game, but, like, the Paradox games are usually a lot simpler. Well, like, graphically, and just, like, mechanically. Maybe not even mechanically. Like, gameplay simpler. But they've got a lot of intricacies in, like, the world map and, like, their, like, systems and stuff. But the actual, like, world itself isn't gonna take that much to make. So it seems like they've amped up in more recent games, like Crusader Kings 3. Seems like it's got a lot of... It actually seems like it's got, like, full models and stuff for, like, a lot of the units and agents and stuff. So that's kind of cool. And I think what was it? Imperator had like actual fight animations and stuff, which I don't remember from any previous games. But even then, it's still not to the level of this, and that's not even including the actual real-time battles. Let's see, other issues with this game. I don't know, like, if you're not playing a Continental Power, then this entire part of the map is just kind of pointless. Like, this entire part of the map was pointless to me. Like, I never had any, like, real need to go down here. And, like, the trading regions and stuff are sort of interesting to go in. You want to do, but you don't have to. You could just make money through your own provinces. Like, I'm pretty sure I've got way more money than the Ottomans, despite the fact that they've got so much trade power. Kind of like how these were a thing in Shogun 2, but literally I never, ever tried to do anything with them. I don't think I even knew what they were until playing this game and figuring it out by going over to these. Like, I think this is the first time I've realized what the things in Shogun 2 were. Because I know they had those things towards the ends of the map, with where they had boats at. I didn't really care. Like, I did not give a crap. I didn't build a navy in Shogun 2 ever. Except in Follow the Samurai. I built a navy in that because obviously I did. Of course, if you didn't, then you're an idiot. The navy's so important in Fall of the Samurai. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people build up the naval combat for this game, but I just didn't feel like it was that important for me. Like, if I was playing a Continental Power, it probably would have been, or not a colonial power, it probably would have been a lot more important, constantly having to move units back and forth, and you'd have to have a big navy, and you'd actually have to fight those battles. So if I'd been playing a Continental Power, maybe I would have gotten a better experience of this game, because you would have had the naval combat, which a lot of people say this is the best game for naval combat, and I got a taste of that by actually playing that. You played out a few battles. You know, they were interesting. They had a lot of cool stuff to them. It's just I wasn't very good at it. And so I just kind of abandoned naval conflicts altogether, kind of, because I didn't need them. I was like, I'm a continental power with all land forces. I don't really need the navy that much. Like, it probably would have been good to protect my ports and trade routes, but by the end of it, I had so much, like, built up just wealth and stuff that I could just boost taxes and it'd solve all my problems. Like, look at all that money. Look at all that money. Maybe not to that degree, but you can boost it up to that. Just look at the money. Look at it all. So much money. I don't know. Maybe I just picked a weird country to play as. Maybe Sweden's not the best choice. Just like not too much to encourage you to want to focus on the ships. And also you have a massive war on two fronts that kind of solidifies you needing a major like land force. I don't know. I feel like of all my issues with this game, clearly the biggest one is the AI and the gameplay are my biggest issues. And they're strangely enough not issues I've had with Total War before. Like, I don't think I've ever had an issue where I was screaming at my own troops because they wouldn't do what I wanted them to. Like, I mean, except to the point of like, oh, you fuckers are running away already. Like, they'll collapse before I want them to and their morale will break. But that's not an issue of AI. That's just how the game's designed. It's just me not anticipating how good my units are. At least to the level I should be. Like, that's the only issue I've had with other Total War games. I've never had an issue where I'm screaming at my own units because they're not working the way I want them to. They won't get on the walls in the way I want them to. They won't use the cannons, which are there for them to use. They won't line up in a way I want them to. Like, I want them to shoot at this enemy, but they have to completely reline up and just move to a new location, despite the fact that the enemy's in their range, directly in front of them, ready to be shot at. It's like, there's so many things that just made me hate doing the land battles. I don't know if you noticed, but towards the end here, I just avoided them. like crazy. Like, I've been avoiding land battles at basically all cost because I really just hate having to deal with my own units. I don't want to run into another situation where I'm sitting there trying to get them to do something I want them to do just for them to not fucking cooperate. I've never had this issue before. See, I'm trying to think of a rating for this. Like, I don't think I would ever, any of the Total War games I've played before, I don't think I'd give them bad ratings. Like, the only ones I didn't like before this were Rome 2, were the original Rome and Medieval 2, just because I couldn't stand the camera controls. But I didn't even really experience the games at all, so I can't really fairly rate them. But, like, I think the lowest rating I'd give, other than this one... I can't even... What would I rate? Shogun 2 is the highest. That's like a 9, or maybe even a 10. Yeah, no, I think I'd give Shogun 2 a 10. That's one of my all-time favorite games. It's my all-time favorite strategy game. So that's really... It's just really solid, tight experience. Like, and then Three Kingdoms is a 9. Warhammer 2 is a 9. Warhammer 1, I didn't play anywhere near as much as 2. I barely played it much at all. I don't know what I'd give that one. Rome 2 is like 7 or an 8. So I guess Rome 2 is the lowest I would give as far as ratings go for games I've played before this one. It's like a 7 or an 8. I'll go for the 7 just because I know it had the shitty launch and all of that. So let's see, if Rome 2 is a 7, what is this? A 5. Yeah, I think this is a straight up 5. Like, it's a solid enough game. It's a Total War game. It's not a bad game. I just think it's the worst Total War game I've played. Maybe there might be other worse ones because I haven't played all of them. Like, I've heard a lot of bad things about Britannia. What was the name of it? Was it just Britannia? Total War Saga Britannia, I think. Like, it's just boring and like everything's samey and the AI is bad and all that. So that might be worse. And like, I'd probably enjoy like Medieval 2 and Rome even less than this one, just because I cannot stand the camera. I can't stand it. Like, please, someone tell me if there's a mod that adds in the mouse wheel controls for the camera. Because I refuse to play them otherwise. But yeah, this game's getting a 5. The sound design's okay. Music's good. It's not like incredible. It's like there's no music that I'm just out like I would listen to in my spare time. But it's cool, atmospheric. Like, the choir that's going on right now is cool. I'm wondering if maybe like a different like cultural group would have better music, because this is clearly the like a Catholic or Protestant music that's playing right now. Like, you might have different music if you were like in the Middle East. Maybe that'd have like some more rhythmic music, like more of a music with a rhythm to it. I don't know. This game isn't winning any major like awards in my head. Just like, it fades up. It's the weakest I've played of all the Total War games. I'm trying to think of other things I can talk about, but I don't know. Like, not too much is coming to my mind. Like, I doubt I'm gonna remember much about this game after like a year or two. Like, I'm playing Troy now. I'm going to remember that one. Though that might not be for the best of reasons. It's like, actually, I feel like Troy's got like a better thing going on. My main issue with Troy is it's very unbalanced, and I'm having so much issues with competing with AI. But at the very least, in Troy, I'm yelling about the enemy units. Which sounds like a good thing, because they're whooping your ass and you need to do a better job. In here, I'm yelling at my own units, because they don't work the way I want them to. Which I think is the worst thing that could happen, as far as the AI goes, at the very least. I can't think of anything else to really talk about as far as the game, really. Like, they've tried to go bigger, but honestly, depending on who you play as, it might matter, it might not. I don't know. Like, I could sort of see India mattering for me. Just because I can't, like, it's directly connected to the continent, and I could get down here very easily. But there's no way I was gonna get involved with the Americas. Maybe if I played Great Britain, but even though I played Great Britain, I probably would just be so not wanting to deal with it. Like, I feel like I would just be building up these provinces to try and get money out of, and leave an army here to an army or two here to defend it, and then just use that money to try and launch an invasion in Europe, because I don't want to deal with the Americas. I feel like that's how that would work, because I don't like the whole system of having to move back and forth. I feel like it's kind of annoying going to these very specific areas. It's like they could make it so that you could move over to India without having to do that. Why can't you do that with the Americas too? Guess it's just a limitation of the time, but I don't know. But that was Total War Empire. Not a bad game, just not really a great Total War game. Middle ground game, as far as I'm concerned, which is kind of disappointing because I've seen a lot of people say this is the best Total War game, and I disagree wholeheartedly. Maybe it's just not my kind of game. Maybe the combat works a lot more for other people than it does for me. I don't know. But we are done with this game. What will we be playing next time? I guess we'll just have to figure that out next time. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.